Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about communication style. At young age, I used to be extremely envious of the natural speaker. I was so amazed how the moment the speaker opened his or her mouth, they instantly attract people. They are like a natural speaker. But do you know that every skill requires practice, repetitions, and multiple time practice from young age in order for many people become a natural speaker. The thing is that most of us, especially for the introverted people who have never involved with uh, doing speeches, like for myself, it's a huge struggle. I just start last year joining Toastmaster, make a commitment that I will be one day at least become an expert as speaking in front of people with minimum fear as possible. Today, I'm going to talk about communication style. According to Toastmaster Pathway, there are 4 communication style. And do you know that each of us would be at least have the greatest strength in one of those communication style? If you During the time that I list out those communication style, please take note or put in your mind of your communication style and reflect how you're going to communicate with others who have different style as yours. Again, recognize those personal trait will help you communicate accordingly. The 4 communication styles are: first, supportive, initiating, analytical, and direct. The first one is supportive. For those who are in this communication style, they are very calm, sincere, amiable, and friendly. This person is very, and when you talk to that person, you can feel love, and this person is very dependable and loyal. They do not like change. And if you are a person who have a project that there's going to be a drastic change, if you talk to a supportive person, he or she will feel frustrated or stressed if there's an extreme change. Second, initiating. This gregarious person is very socialized, talkative. Many people perceive this person as a talker rather than a listener. He or she likes attention. Most of them are a natural speaker. Next one, analytical. This person is very detail oriented. They like to have everything structured, and they want to make sure that the projects, the meetings are in order, organized. If everything gets out of order in the middle of the meetings, they can get frustrated. Last but not least, direct. This person is I would say people perceive this person as demanding and control. Most of their message and email are pretty brief and straight to the point. They sometimes can be blunt. They like to be in the environment of efficient and busy office. As for me, I did the assessment, and my result is I am very direct. I'm in the direct communication skill, and my score for supportive is 0. Imagine if since as a directed person, most of my message are very blunt, and I also my emails are very brief, but I have to recognize that we are in a diverse group, even with the whole world, we are in a diverse group where everybody have their own natural traits. I learned to recognize other people's and communicate accordingly. For instance, my boss and my former boss, he's the director, and he was very analytical. On the first week of talking to him was a huge struggle. He's structured, likes data, and as for me, I am more result oriented. So when we communicate, if I do not know, most of my communications with him has to ensure that it's in details and before I give him the result. If I do not know that he's analytical, he and I would have been like dog and cat, where we both struggle. So even beside workplace, even at home, I am direct, very tough as my highest score, but my lowest score, I mean, not my score is like 0 for supportive. But on my husband's side, his score is like 0, I'm sorry, highest on the supportive, but 0 on direct. So we are completely opposite each other. But recognizing each other's natural traits and strength and weakness, we become more understandable and help each other out our strength and weakness. My dear friends, the reason I wanted to talk to you about communication style is for you to learn about it so that when you talk to your loved ones or at work, at home, if you understand those communication style, it definitely will help you become more understandable and communicate accordingly. For instance, if you are an initiating person who is gregarious, sometimes you can't talk all the time and expect other person to be your listener. It has to work both way. So maybe cut down talking. As for me, I'm a direct, and sometimes my message are too brief or too straight to the point. I had to reread it and make sure adding little details or data to make sure that the persons who had different perspective understand a mutual understanding between each other. I'm going to end this speech with a motivational quote relating to communications at work and at home. The quote say, "The art of communication is the language of leadership," by James Hume. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.